All right, let's talk about one of the oldest traditions in real estate, the open house. You've seen the signs, maybe you've been to a few, but here's the big question we're going to tackle today. Do they actually work?
I bet if you're thinking about selling your home, this question has popped into your head. I mean, are open houses just for show, a waste of a Sunday afternoon, or are they actually a secret weapon in getting your home sold?
Well, like a lot of things in life, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's a little more complicated than that. You see, the real power of an open house is often completely misunderstood. Okay, so first up, the common misconception. We're going to look at what the numbers seem to say at first glance. And let's be honest, there's this one big idea out there that makes a lot of people doubt open houses. It all comes down to a single statistic. And here it is, the big one. Only about 3 to 5% of buyers actually discover a home because they saw an open house sign. And you know what? That's pretty much true. The odds of someone just driving by, seeing your sign and deciding, yep, that's the one, well, that's kind of like a movie plot. It doesn't happen very often these days. But here's the thing. Focusing only on that number is like judging an entire movie based on its trailer. You're missing the whole point. Because the real action, the part where people actually make a decision, that's where the open house comes in. And its true role, well, it might surprise you.
So this gets us to the heart of it. Discovery versus decision. This is the real role of an open house. It's not about how buyers find your home, it's about how they decide on it.
Okay, so forget that 3 to 5% for a second. Let's look at a much more interesting number. Around 37%, that's more than a third of buyers do attend an open house for the home they end up buying. Let that sink in. They've already seen it online, they've scrolled through the photos, but they still came to the open house. It was a crucial step for them before pulling the trigger.
And right there, that's the big difference. Discovery, that's all happening online now. But decision-making, that's where the magic of an open house happens. It's what takes a buyer from just being kind of interested to being, okay, let's write an offer. So what's the secret sauce? It's all about the power of momentum. We're talking about why open houses create this really unique sales environment that you just can't get any other way. Just picture it. You walk into an open house and you're not alone. There are other people there, walking through the rooms, looking in closets. What does that do? Instantly, you see there's real interest. A little bit of urgency starts to bubble up. And hey, seeing other people like the house kind of confirms your own good taste, right? It makes you feel more confident about making a move, and fast. The home just feels in demand.
And this really just says it all. It turns a listing into an event, not just a showing. A private showing is just an appointment on a calendar. An open house, that's an event. It packs all that excitement and interest into 1 or 2 hours, and that creates a really powerful feeling for everyone there.
All right, so let's talk about turning this into a strategic event and how this all applies in today's market, right now. Think about how people shop for homes now. They're online, they're getting alerts, they're ready to go. That first weekend a house hits the market is everything. And an open house is your chance to get all those serious, ready-to-go buyers in the door at the exact same time, right when the excitement is at its absolute highest. And look, the proof is in the pudding. We're seeing that 30, even 50% of our listings are selling directly because of what happens at that very first open house. I mean, that's huge. This isn't just some nice idea. It's a strategy that flat out works. So when you think about it like that, an open house really isn't a gamble at all. It's what we'd call a low-risk, high-impact tool. I mean, there's not much downside, but the upside, oh, it's massive. It can create competition, get you stronger offers, and get your home sold way faster. Okay, so knowing the why is great, but we've got to talk about the how. This is where having your local experts comes in, putting this whole strategy into action. So let's boil it all down. The bottom line is this. Open houses aren't where buyers discover your home anymore. They are very often where they decide it's the one they've been looking for. And listen, turning a simple showing into a successful event like we've been talking about, that takes some real skill. It's all about creating that energy and managing that first weekend perfectly. That's why having an experienced team is so important. For sellers right here in our area, a brokerage like REMAX Liberty has been doing this for years. They really know how to turn that strategy into a fantastic sale and make that first open house weekend a huge success.